Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Basilisk Reacts. For today we are getting into some more Chris Webby. I have uploaded some Chris Webby videos, Raw Thoughts 1 and 2 most importantly. I have seen some comments and it is looking like I started off on a wrong foot with Chris Webby. There's just so much more to discover, so that is the reason why I am putting the Raw Thoughts on hold and we're getting into something else. Chris Webby, Pray for My Soul. So I don't know a lot, right? This is just me, very fresh going into it, and that is actually the way that I most like getting into content, because first reaction, first analysis, that kind of deal. We're gonna get into it. We're going to be watching it together, and after I'm gonna rewind the whole clip and we're going to do a bit of an analysis, hopefully provide you guys with some meaningful or amusing, enjoyable commentary. Let's get into it.
It all comes crashing down all around. Riding the high till I'm all strung out. But for now, if you were to ask me how I'm doing, I would say that I'm on top of the globe. As I take it all and bottle it and pop it on the way to the show. So it goes. Save me from my open wounds, yeah. Make me someone else. I got danger in my veins, so someone save me from myself. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more. I still keep chasing it, with the devil following closely. As I got older, thought things would change, but ain't no escaping the old me. Told myself that I'd quit these drugs, first time that I almost OD'd. Here I am, almost 20 years later, looking at myself in the mirror with a nosebleed. So pray for me and my soul, whatever it takes for me to feel whole. Cause I just can't shake the demons I hold, the habits I have, the things that I know are probably gonna kill me one day. But I light a cigarette, watch it all pass by, seeing all my friends get married, having kids growing up, while I'm still at the crib getting high. Save me from my open wounds, yeah. Make me someone else. I got danger in my veins, so someone save me from myself. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more.
I love it. So first impressions, at the very beginning, I think the very first vocal, the very first word, I already thought, wow, this is totally something different. And all of the opinions that I had forming of Chris Webby because I was watching Raw Thoughts Part 1 and Part 2, it is way more of an intense Chris Webby, hating Chris Webby. I would almost want to say negative kind of Chris Webby. And it all washed away when I first heard that voice when he was singing. And to me, that's super interesting, right? That's what I'm looking for. I have read in the comments that he is so versatile and there are over 400 songs. And I think we did see an old album and I kind of recognize it actually. And if that is Chris Webby on the album of the CD that he showed the camera, if that is Chris Webby, he was still a kid there. So yeah, he's been at it for a very, very long time. So actually, it almost goes without saying that there's just so much more than what I have seen up until now. And I think this is great for my venture into the Chris Webby, what is it called? A rabbit hole. I really, really liked it. It shows a more vulnerable, I would say, Chris Webby. And when we're talking about drugs, at least that is what my experience is in my life. When someone is talking about drugs, it is very quickly frowned upon. So we are pretty cautious when we're talking about drugs. I would say is kind of the consensus around here in the Netherlands. So with that feeling, this is to me is very vulnerable, and I can really appreciate that. So I think we're seeing a I wouldn't say cry for help, but definitely he is putting himself out there, right? He's showing the back of his tongue a bit. So let's dive into the analysis, zoom in on some cool moments, and I think there are a lot of times that we can pause and we can really spend some more time on. Yeah, I thought this was a very, very cool clip as well, with the old school kind of visuals, the VHS kind of quality. I really, really love that. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Right? This is exactly the kind of quality that I'm talking about. This, it's so bad, I love it.
It all comes crashing down.
Right? It all comes crashing down, and it's like everything that I thought of him all comes crashing down. It dissipates. It all, I don't know, guys. This was exactly what I needed in this stage of my getting to know Chris Webby. Honestly, this feels so good.
It all comes crashing down all around. Riding the high till I'm all strung out. But for now, if you were to ask me how I'm doing, I would say that I'm on top of the globe. As I take it all and bottle it and pop it on the way to the show. So it goes. Save me from my open wounds, yeah. Make me someone else. I got danger in my veins, so someone save me from myself. So pray for my soul. One last time, I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul, where the sins won't wash away no more.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, but what I wanted to say is that he says, if you were to ask me how I was doing, I would tell you I'm on top of the globe, right? And I think I haven't seen a whole lot, but I think that still will stand when I cover some more Chris Webby content. I think that is a very strong feeling that he has, right? feeling on top of the world, on top of the globe. I think that level of arrogance, it's maybe a synonym is more fitted in this case, and he is just very how do you call that in English? Let me see. He's very confident. I think he's very confident in his skills and in his capabilities, but yeah, he's saying he has been struggling with drug use. So I think it is very common for people that are so confident in themselves to still, yeah, struggle with things like that, because it's just a very it can get so much out of your control, right? I think that is responsible for that feeling of, well, I do feel good about myself, but still maybe something is not really going the way it's supposed to. But let's see here, guys. Chris Webby, the White Noise LP. This image exactly, I think I've seen before. And if this is Chris Webby, he has changed a lot. If it is, because I cannot say for sure. But if it is, yeah, he just a kid here, man. I think I've read in the comments over 2 decades of Chris Webby really putting out songs, albums, and so yeah. I don't know which is a very popular song of this album. Maybe we should check that out so I can really see the growth that he's been going through. But I think this is very interesting. The White Noise LP. Chris Webby. Yeah, it's so crazy, guys.
So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more. I still keep chasing it with the devil following closely. As I got older, thought things would change, but ain't no escaping the old me. Told myself that I quit these drugs, first time that I almost OD'd. Here I am, almost 20 years later, looking at myself in the mirror with a nosebleed. So pray for me and my soul, whatever it takes for me to feel whole. Cause I just can't shake the demons I hold, the habits I have, the things that I know are probably gonna kill me one day. But I light a cigarette, watch it all pass by. Seeing all my friends getting married, having kids growing up, while I'm still at the crib getting high. Save.
Yeah, I think comparing yourself to your, well, I wouldn't say peers, but just people around you, yeah, that is a sure way to, yeah, add some perspective. I don't recommend it, right? But if you are having the feeling that time is just standing still for you, right? Yeah, I think I have experienced this a whole lot myself. Um, yeah, I try not to, because I don't really see the merit, but yeah, I guess I'm just human after all. And so is Chris Webby. I think in a position like this, especially if you have no girlfriend to marry to make your woman, and if you have no kids, if you have no whatever people use to really gauge their um, progress in life, yeah, it can fly by the time. I would say, yeah, you can really develop a feeling of being behind, something being wrong, maybe. Yeah. But guys, remember, life, just live life by your own rules, man. There is no set of rules that everyone should abide by. So just live your life and be happy. I think if there were to be a rule, I think that would be the number one rule. Just be happy. Um yeah, but sometimes it's hard to even do that, guys. I understand.
While I'm still at the crib getting high. Save me from my open wounds, yeah.
Webby, Dad Webby, right? Strumming the guitar as he always does. I have only seen one other clip, which is Sandbox, where I see him perform, and his dog, right? I think it looks like the same dog. Let me see. Where he at, man? I think a bit earlier here. Yep, same dog, right? We meeting the Webby fam. Where was it?
From myself, so pray for my soul one last time. I'm sadly gonna kill me one day, but I light a cigarette, watch it all pass by. Seeing all my friends get married, having kids growing up, while I'm still at the crib getting high. Save me from my open wounds, yeah. Make me someone else. I got danger in my
Yeah, he's shredding.
Someone save me from myself. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul when the sins won't wash away no more.
I gotta say, I don't know if Chris Webby, is responsible for the filming. I think a drone is used in Sandbox as well. And I think in many of his other songs, I will see the same kind of shots. I really think he's very skilled at it. Whoever is responsible for filming, right? I think the scenes are very top notch. And I think all the filters that are used, all the angles that are used, and the scenes in succession, right? I think it really is very captivating. I really enjoy it.
Oh, one last time.
And in combination with the location, I think we can see, let's see, this is looking like the same forest as where Sandbox is recorded in. Let me see, what exactly is the frame that I'm looking for?
I still keep chasing it. Last time, I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul where the sins won't wash away.
I paused a bit too early.
So pray.
Right, so when I see this, it almost looks like the same forest, right? The same color scheme as we see in Sandbox. Maybe if it is, and if this is all local to him, yeah, he's very lucky, I would say, because this is beautiful.
Pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul where the sins won't wash away no more. So pray for my soul one last time. I'm starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul where the sins won't wash.
And guys, with the use of this effect, right? This filter over it, the low quality kind of, I almost, when you can almost say, right? You can almost say, I am very careful with saying this because I don't want to call out some bad juju, but this is sounding like a very nice song to remember him by, right? I think, and especially for the people that have been a Chris Webby fan for a very long time, yeah. If there's some wood here, right? My desk. Let me show you guys. This desk it's wood, right? But if there were to happen anything, right? I don't want no bad juju, guys. Please. I bet we will be crying to this song.
Starting to feel like I'm not alright. So pray for my soul where the sins won't wash away no more.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I truly have the feeling that this was really exactly what I needed after the Raw Thoughts Part 1, Part 2 for the people that have been following those two uploads. If not, you can go check the playlist. Yeah, I was in dire need of some other flavor, some other Chris Webby flavor, and this really did the trick. So that's going to be it for today. So happy you got yeah, to enjoy this with me. To so happy that you guys are here to enjoy this with me. I hope it was enjoyed by you guys. If not, tell me all about it in the comment section. I am new, right? I am trying out this YouTube thing, so any input is welcome. Recommendations welcome. Just whatever. I love engaging with you in the comment section, so please, I endorse it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.